Hello, hello. You there, Bryce? Hi, guys. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming to the stream. We got a little bit of a late start today, but we're gonna make it anyways. I cannot hear you, Bryce.
Yo, you guys got me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hello, Tariq. What the hell is this guy doing?
What's up?
It's been a while.
What's up? I only came to say hello to Ventura.
How you doing? Thank you.
Thanks, Dick.
I haven't heard his voice in so long, and I haven't
Yeah.
seen him even longer.
Yeah, you made me remember of the good times.
How you been?
I've been doing well.
Good.
Tariq, you gonna stay on with us or what?
I'll stay on for a little bit.
There we go. Look at that. Three's a fucking crowd, baby.
Oh my god.
Little menage a trois.
Yeah.
What do you guys usually do on these streams?
Well, we just yap a little bit, and I actually have like it's like a few structured questions for today. So maybe we can go about that over the course of the stream.
It's crazy.
Okay. You told me it was pretty busy.
Oh my day was just unbelievably busy. This is the first time that I've actually like sat down in a second. I ordered.
Don't listen to him.
No. I'll run you through. I was up at 6 a.m. I was trading a little bit from like 6 to 7, and then I worked out from 7 to 9. 9:30, I had the follow up for that brain scan to get all my results. 10 o'clock class, 12 o'clock class, was trading during those. Then I had to go pick up my gear, and then I just did another workout, and then I just finally got to eat. I got to eat 5 minutes ago. I just stood over my fucking sink and ate 2 steaks. Just fucking wolfed them down, and now I feel pretty terrible. I don't feel very good, but we're good. We're good. We're printing on ETH, so that's cool. And yeah, the market doesn't look too terrible at the moment, but
I think we're gonna end up getting some 4-hour time from reversals. We went oversold last night. It was kind of late to enter at the time, but I kind of think Bitcoin is not even at a terrible place here. ETH as well. Well, pretty much many coins are flipping the 4-hour downtrend that they were in up until yesterday, to be honest. So yeah. How you right now?
If am I in any trades?
Yeah.
I caught 40.63 on ETH. Granted, I only got one bid filled, so I mean it's not a massive position by any means, but I mean like literally just woke up and was fucking printing. And then if you look this morning Pico entry would have just like I've been talking about it a lot lately. Pico entry this morning would have just been bidding the 0.75 imbalance retest, like 3-minute imbalance into the 0.75 ended up being perfect entry. So if you were somebody who wanted to get exposure on ETH, all you would have had to do was play that reversal. And it always normally comes in between 9:50 and 10:15 Eastern time. But yeah, you could have played that with your stops below those lows and had an unbelievable play. I actually did that on an ISO position. Oh my god. Woo! So yeah, ETH only, and then I'm in bonk spot. It's about to get back to my entry. My average entry is like I think 0.223, so I'm pretty close.
Why bonk spot?
Because I felt like it.
It doesn't have to do with the fact. Does Bluffin have a futures contract for this?
Does Bluffin have a futures contract for bonk?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted wider invalidation. Whoever was on stream yesterday asking about file, as you can see as well, bounced off the 0.75 hourly imbalance on file. I mean, if we go down the line, that's pretty much where we got our bounces from across the board. We had an hourly or 4-hour imbalance overlapping with our 0.75. Doge, same thing, 0.75 retest. LDO, I don't even know. LDO, Tariq, you would like this one. If LDO can start...
LDO, I don't like it already.
Actually, I have such a clear memory of me being at a fucking mechanic shop getting an oil change, watching you hit a banger on LDO probably 2.5 years ago.
I mean, that was when it was fun to trade.
Yeah, didn't it rip to like $3? I think you caught the move from like $2.15 to $3.
I think it ripped. Yeah, let me look.
It,
And then
it
it just
had one good run and then it died forever up until now.
It would have been, it would have been late 2023, 100%.
went for $4. My God, Ventura, how's your trading been?
Pretty good. I stopped scalping BTC as like I used to do. I'm no longer using order flow. All I'm doing now is just trading swings on the daily and 3-day time frame. And it has been really good, honestly. I can't complain. I made that change. Maybe it was around April, May, because I was tired of not getting any results or being break even. So I say, okay, fuck it. There was a method, of course, and a reason behind that, which was I considered the market to be extremely oversold for the first time in ages. A lot of coins were actually at all-time lows. So it made sense to start swinging, not necessarily spot. I'm playing 1x, 3x, stuff like that, like to give myself enough room for error if I'm wrong. Trades take a little longer to play out, but they are going well. So I will probably keep trading that well until it doesn't work anymore. I'm shorting a lot on the 1-day, 3-day. I've been swing shorting whenever there's an opportunity. So that switch from being a stressed out, lower time frame scalper to a bit of a more patient trader has been good. Yeah, I
Sounds
like
like my life.
that.
Sounds
Well,
like my
you
life.
kind of need peace every once in a while.
Oh no, there is no peace, brother. That when we were in Dubai, my brother asked the taxi driver if he was happy because the taxi driver said he works all day every day. My brother goes, "Well, you seem pretty happy. Are you happy?" And the taxi driver goes, "Haha, there's no happiness in Dubai." I'm like, "Holy shit!" Hey, what do you guys think about IGN? I feel like IGN could have a scam run in the coming weeks.
Well,
If it
I thought you were going to bring that up today. I actually have a note to ask you why do you want that to trade this coin so much?
because we've rejected off these range lows so many times and haven't gotten if we can get a 2 or 3 day close above 1.65, I think it's gonna rip to at least 2.50. It's a very inefficient move down. There's a lot of stuff to be cleared. I think this could rip to at least 2.50. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I hate this pair, honestly.
The potential return is pretty good, and it's also again yet another coin which is at all-time lows. So the potential downside is kind of capped in a way. You don't.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense from that perspective. I don't necessarily see the shift in the structure. That's what I have been holding off onto pulling the trigger on this coin in particular. I don't see a trend forming, but yeah, I can see why. I can see why. So Ventura, can you give me a bit how from the swing trace? Yeah, I can show you that. I will have to share my screen, and I'm actually on the mod shift right now. So I'll make a video for you and show you. Remind me on the other flow channel, and I'll show you. I actually did that I think it was last week that I showed how do I go about funding a setup. But yeah. Hi Zach, how you doing?
Did Zach pop on finally? There we go.
He might be. I think I never been in a
Zach, what a banger on ETH, Zach. What a banger on ETH. He caught 40.75 as well. That is just like a spectacular entry is what that is.
It's good as a sort of trap. I think if ETH actually managed to go back above 440, that will be one hell of a trap, and we're most likely going to get 5K plus. I'm not.
I could not agree more. I could not agree more. 100%. Really, the main level for me is like if we start accepting about 43.70, 75, right? You can see how this level, how we've Yeah,
Well,
43.75. Yep.
I
Oh,
don't know. I'm looking for potentially a little scout short.
I
Four,
am
where
short
at?
on ETH already, and I actually compounded the entry today. I'm still with the stop break even. Let me show you. Uh, I don't know. I would love for a drop, but I think if we do happen to get that break to all time high, it's going to make a lot more people happy. So I'm up for that too. It will be nice, and I like it to drop. Honestly,
yeah, 4490 to 4544. I like.
Or
I
490
think,
to 4544. Is
yeah,
Zach up
well,
here?
yeah, I'm up here. What's up? What's
oh,
up?
What's good, baby?
no, he's
Nah, I actually agree with Tariq. I think for like the 40, like 4450 to 4500 is a pretty decent like area to like scout short and potentially swing short it if we can get it. Because I mean,
this
September is
is
like,
my entry on the ETH short. I don't
yeah, I
know.
mean,
I would really
I think
like
going into
Bryce
September
to
is going to be
drop,
very
but
risk
I
off
also
because everyone's
won't
up in the
fight
air.
the trendy. For a lot of people with a lot of money want to buy the local top. That will be fine. This all these treasury companies, I do think they have a substantial amount of liquidity to make
Zach,
these trades.
where does your thesis of people being risk off going into September come from?
I mean, have you not? I mean, it's just the whole Fed thing. Like everyone's up
Yeah,
in the air about the whole fucking September month. And, I'm all about statistics and analytics as we all are. And statistically and historically, like September is a bad month for crypto as a whole. So, I mean,
and,
we saw it
I
last year.
see.
Like
Yep.
just study August to December of last year, and it's literally going to play out the exact same.
Well, I think a lot of people are getting caught up on the Fed pivot, right, to start cutting rates, but people automatically assimilate the Fed pivoting and lowering rates with that being bullish for risk on assets. And if you look historically, that's not always the case. I think more often than not, post pivot, you get more of a rejection because the rally that you're getting is in anticipation of a pivot rather than the actual pivot itself.
Yeah, I think the front running of the news is the actual trade, which is
Yep.
happening right now.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
Yeah. I have this theory with ETH that ETH is one of the coins that reacts the best to news events and all that. Look at the merger in 2022, which was pretty much the only bullish event that we had during the entire bear market. That was the absolute top on ETH BTC. I think it was on July of 2022 on that pair. Then we also have the ETH ETF launch, which was literally the top again. And now we have the treasury companies, which took us from 1500 to the current price. So this time really has to be different, or else we are going to be yet in another of those sell the news type of events.
Imagine this is just a nasty trap like
My God. Yeah.
like early August.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you are actually bearish on, I mean, not necessarily bearish, like I want the world to go down and whatnot, but this is the place where you have to try a short with relatively easy invalidation. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. But if not, you actually can get pretty much the top of
Yo, I got a
a
question.
significant move.
Yeah, I got a question. Was institutional money actually buying at the lows of ETH, or did we not really like hear about it or see it until like maybe the low 3Ks?
That's a really good question, honestly, because I
Because I
don't
mean,
think there would
you
be.
said, I mean, not to contradict you, because I personally don't know, but I'm just thinking out loud here. You said that like institutions like we saw them or not we saw them, but you mentioned something about like institutions helped us get from 1500 to here. But really, I don't even think I personally saw institutions like hearing about it or bidding until like maybe like low 3Ks.
Yeah, that's a perfectly fine point. Actually, I'm not sure if they bought at the bottom. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But yeah, it being strict, I don't know about that. I don't know if they were the ones putting in the bottom when we were that low. The news they did came out around 3K, like you mentioned, which is what sparked the second leg up that led us to this point.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I believe.
It will have to be. We will have to check the balance sheets of each company to see. I don't know if that's actually public information or something like that, but what's the
I'm
average, something like that.
90% sure it is.
Yeah. What I posted something about institution and all that yesterday. I think it was, or on Monday. Um, I don't see a world where they actually willingly buy the top and they just do nothing. Like, uh, if they're trying to mimic Sailor, they will have to deploy a lot more money, um, just to save face. Like, I get
Right, and they did
a
say
bearish.
they're raising up to
Scenario.
25 billion.
Yeah, but they better buy. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they really have to step in when things get murky. Like Sailor actually does. Like, you see things going to hell, and he actually steps in and buys. It would be good, like a really positive sign to send to all the people buying their stocks for the most part, that they actually have the balls to back up what their claims are. Otherwise, you know what we have seen this before with the Three Arrows company. Do you remember the crypto funds during 2020?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, all of those funds blew up because they just bought and they had literally no plan to, well, like, whatsoever, what to do with the money.
Yeah, and
Um,
and I mean literally when you talk about risk management and over leveraging, they were doing it on a fucking institutional scale.
Yeah, it wasn't. I always say this, like, of course they have money. I'm no one to criticize, but they weren't the smart money. They were just the big money, which is what you see at a casino table. You know, it's not that people don't have money at the table. That doesn't mean they cannot blow the entire stack in a couple of
I
bad
would
trades.
say that this is different with like SBET and Bitminer because I mean they're specifically trying to get as much ETH just to make their per share like worth more. Like I think SBET came out with something. It's like now, you know, they started at like 2 ETH per 1,000 shares of SBET, and now it's like 3.2 ETH per 1,000 shares of SBET. So I mean they're focused on just buying as much as they can, not for like the fact that they're holding a lot of ETH, but they're trying to make it so their per share is, you know, per ETH per share is more. So they're looking at it as more like a hedge against the US dollar, as like we all should be.
Right. Right.
Which is pretty much what Sailor is doing, in the sense of, I am going to use fiat, which technically is debase. Sorry, an asset that is more subject to debasement and loss of value than Bitcoin. But the premise here is, I will not buy Bitcoin. I will buy literally the second best, which is ETH.
But the
That's-
problem was all of these other people trying to start treasuries on other coins, fucking a la Litecoin and Solana.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I mean, Solana makes sense. To be fair, Solana
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. I just use that because that's a
Litecoin and Fartcoin. To be fair, Litecoin is the dumbest shit ever. I mean, I'm not gonna even cap. But like, if number goes up, it's gonna be good. But like,
Yeah,
how about,
Fartcoin treasuries
bro,
are retarded as fuck.
how about
think-
Litecoin responding to John's tweet? I started fucking
that
dying,
was funny as fuck.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
bro.
Yeah, I think it was
Litecoin's
this
Twitter
morning.
responded to John's tweet.
Wait, what did it say?
Dude, John said something along the lines of like, I knew I should have sold when I started seeing people post Litecoin charts, and Litecoin responded to him like a GIF from Toy Story, and it's like, it's not my fault.
That's funny. Here, wait. Let's see
Uh,
some P&L porn. The fucking ETH that I'm holding on to.
My man.
Oh yeah, how have you been liking Edgex, by the way?
I'm not gonna lie, it does have some bugs. Like I constantly have to refresh if like I leave it open on another tab for too long. I gotta refresh and do all that shit. I mean, that's nothing. But it's got some other bugs. Like if you're in a trade and you try to drag it, you know how like on other like terminals, you can drag where your entry is and you can drag it to like, you know, a certain level and it'll be like
To set your stop and your TP.
yeah, and it kind of glitches a lot on that. And I mean, yeah, it's got some kinks, but at the same time, I'm just trying to farm it because I've been told by like 8, 9 figure whales to farm it, and I'm not trying to miss out. Like besides John, there's been other people that have been like, "Yo, like take advantage of this," and I'm not trying to fuck up like my hyper. Dude, I had You want to hear how crazy this is? I had maybe $7,000 in volume, like 7K in volume on Hyperliquid, and my airdrop would have been worth $40,000.
Oh,
Mental.
Holy shit.
I farmed it
oh,
way in the beginning, and I just like for like a day or two, and I just didn't do anything about it, and I never claimed my shit. But I had like, I don't know, I think it was like a little over 1,000. I don't know. Either way, I calculated because my friend helped me, and it would have been worth like 40K at this point. And I'm not trying to fuck up that, so I'm trying to farm everything when it comes to shit like this.
right. Nothing that you're having to stake either. I mean, it's literally it's an exchange that's doing an airdrop, right? That's a lot different than having to stake something like fucking Tia, right? Fucking
Yeah, I mean,
Tia.
there's also something on Edge X where you can put like money into a vault, and you get like when people get liquidated and other shit, like you get some of the fees depending on how much money you put in. So I think I put in like I think like 10K, and in a matter of like 24 hours, I made like $70. So like,
Wait, in 24 hours?
yeah, in 24 hours, I made like $70 just off of fucking fees.
Do you understand if you annualize that return, how high that would actually be? If you annualize the
Yeah,
return
no.
on $70 per day off 10K, that's what's the math on that? That's 0.7% a day compound. I mean, that's
Brother,
fucking
I know.
insane.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. People aren't like really looking into it.
Dude, if I can do the same volume that I did last month and the airdrop is big, you guys will never see me again.
Bro,
All right.
farm it. Like it's nothing to farm it. Just fucking do it.
100%.
I'm just chilling on the fucking thing right now.
0.7, 0.70 variance range, compounded daily, calculate. Well, that doesn't make any sense. That's simply not right.
I
It
mean,
would
yeah,
be,
obviously it's gonna drastically change as
no,
more
no, no. It would be,
people put
well,
money
no, it would be
into it.
7. What the fuck? 10,000 compounded daily. No, this investor.gov shit's giving me the wrong fucking.
The current
the time.
APR is 28%.
But is that are they saying that is your yearly APR
I
or your
think
monthly
honestly,
or?
I think it I don't know how often it changes, but I do know it does change. I just don't know how often. Actually, the performance breakdown of the whole vault as of right now is 48% cumulative return.
Jesus Christ,
So,
48%. He said
yeah,
farm it. Use my ref. All right, Zach, I'll use your ref, but you better give me my
Yeah.
fees back.
bro, I'm not even joking. You know the number one whale the hyper liquid whale, the white whale?
Yeah.
He's on my ref. I got him. I started chatting him up in Telegram. He's
What?
on my ref.
How the fuck did you do that?
Bro, he's just a cool dude. Like I messaged him in the DMs. We started talking about this coin. He started chilling called Tuna. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna ape the coin with you." And he gave a call out on it. I bought in at like 10 mil market cap, and it went to like 30 mil. And I don't know. We were just started talking in Telegram and started going over how he's made his money. And dude, do you know how he's made his money? His $89 million in a month. Do you know what he does?
What does he do?
He uses Chat GPT.
What?
To do what though?
Dead ass. He has programmed Chat GPT. It took him like I forget how many months he said, and he basically has Chat GPT like talk to him about what the prediction, like he's only programmed it for Bitcoin and Ethereum so far, and he's just fucking I don't know, like the way he's like coded it and done it. He pays like 50 to 100K a month for the enterprise version of it, and it's just I don't know. He won't tell me. I'm trying to get him to let me beta test it, but
Dude, I wouldn't. If you got him on your ref, I wouldn't push anything with him. I would just fucking farm the hell out of
Yeah.
that. No, no offense to this guy.
I mean, he's not trading much volume. He's only done like maybe 5 million volume.
Oh. Yeah, it's fucking.
'Cause he's a hyper. He loves hyper liquid. He said, but he said he would try to trade on EdgeX.
Well, the thing is, EdgeX has a fucking mobile app. That's where they're going to be
What
hyper
is hyper liquid?
Wait, what? No, I thought
Yeah,
Hype doesn't
I-
have a mobile app.
Yeah, well, it's in beta test. I have an access code for it. I'll give it to you.
No. I mean, if there's a drop to be farmed, there's no reason for me to be on Hyperliquid.
Yeah, the hyper liquid app is called Liquid in the App Store.
Have you gotten some decent size off on EdgeX too? No problems.
Yeah, no problems.
Oh, big bet, big fucking bet, big fucking bet. Oh my god,
I
dude!
would say obviously.
If
I
it's
think
something like hype, oh my god, I'm gonna retire.
yeah. I mean, I'm definitely farming it. I know John's farming it, so I mean, it's worth the. It's worth. I mean, you don't lose anything at the end of the day. You're just trading.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. And then Ven and Tariq, you guys were talking about ETH shorts. I had this mapped out yesterday. Actually, 44.14. I don't mind. I don't mind from a short.
I mean, the
Don't
thing
know where I
is,
got that from.
the only resistance that you have here is pretty much all the volume that we got at the top, which is what it wasn't really that much. So it might be late to enter right here, but as I was mentioning earlier, it is now or never. Like past for past that level, I mean, you get stopped, we are most likely going to go to 5K plus, and there's not really that much of a resistance about that. So yeah. As you could try something like this here.
You don't need nothing at all to me. God, what a banger.
You know what has been really difficult to trade lately? Actually, is Bitcoin. Like it is finally at the stage when it's no longer doing anything remarkable, and it's not even worth trading. I think we actually discussed this last time.
Yep.
I don't even know if it's not at the same price.
I want that sweep still. I want that sweep down into 111. I think I have my bids at 111.5. I want that sweep still.
Yeah, that
Zach,
would,
Zach, are we? Am I seeing you this weekend or what? Are you gonna dodge me?
Potentially I'll see you. But I like your bids too. I have a 111.8 to 110.5.
I love that. I love that. Mine slightly lower, but yeah. Same idea. Wait, you said 111.8?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope what I hope is I hope we don't get front ran by this imbalance fill, right? So you can see this 12 hour and daily imbalance. If we get a fill, a quick down into like, I mean, shit, you should get filled if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, obviously 111.8 is like literally the pico, like bottom of the last low. Obviously, it might dip a little bit below that, but like,
But that's why you got your bids below too. Yeah.
I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm not trying to get greedy. I just want an entry.
Right. Let's see. Like, see the reason. If we get something like this again, right, where it's, I guess we made a higher high. 104 to 1015 is a big area to load up some spot. I think that would overlap with ETH going to like 3900s to 3600s maybe if we do get
Wait,
that.
Did you say 104?
Yeah. I'm just looking right now.
Bro,
Yeah,
if we go
I
to
know.
104, Ethereum's going to like 3200.
You think? I was thinking 3600.
Bro, what are you
No.
talking about? If Bitcoin nukes, Ethereum's gonna fucking get raped.
Oh shit, we were at 4K earlier. We were at 4K. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm mixing up my numbers right now. 111 on BTC where I have my bids. I want ETH at 3760 to 3660. 104, I don't even know where ETH would be.
I got
To be fair, the
six.
golden pocket right now is 39 to 3800.
What fibs are you pulling for that?
4 hour.
No. What fib levels?
0.69 to 0.61.
You don't use 0.75?
I mean, I do, but I stick to 0.61 to 0.69.
Fucking love the 0.75. 0.69 is great too, though. 0.69, 0.75 is great.
Yeah, 0.75 though is a little bit greedy in my opinion.
Yeah, normally I'll start to bid before if there's an imbalance or demand, but like if you can get it where you get a single print candle or an imbalance overlapping with a golden pocket, it's such a nice entry. That's what I've been trying to explain to people. Like even if you look this morning, Zach, like 0.75 and 3-minute imbalance ended up being like pico bottom for this morning. So if you wanted to take this 0.75 retest from the highs and pulling from the lows to the highs, overlapping with this imbalance with your stops below these lows, I mean that's like a fucking 5-hour trade in a few hours. If you went here, stops below these lows, yeah, that would have been so nice. What was your inval on your ETH trade, by the way? Like low 3900s?
3950.
3950. Damn. Okay. Nice. What a fucking entry, man. Did you mark it in?
Yeah, I called it out too. It was a 4-hour order block, like to the T. Like 4075 to 4K is like an order block, 4-hour order block. Look at it.
Right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, like if there's any time to hold, it was right there.
And then you had your stops at 39.50. Yeah, that's a money setup. Dude, trading higher time frame makes shit so much clearer. It's actually
man.
like, oh my gosh.
You just need to be patient, but it does.
Yep.
You got to start high
And
time
it's
frame.
totally totally worthy way to, in my opinion.
I
Yo,
can
I-
see
I
it.
started-
projecting
I started
here.
rewatching the show Billions, and oh my god, I could never trade stocks. That shit is so hard.
Dude,
Yo, Bitcoin-
you should load up a little. You should load up a little degen stock portfolio.
No, I
You'd be
do. I loaded-
surprised. Yeah.
I loaded up a 6-fig degen portfolio to trade like SBET and Bitminer.
Guy just said 6-fig degen portfolio. We don't speak the same language.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's funny. That is funny.
get out of here, Mr. Fucking Real Estate.
Holy shit, that's funny. How about dude, Arrow too? I'm so pissed I don't have exposure on Arrow. This is one of the better looking charts in crypto right now. Arrow, and then JD brought this up to me yesterday. Have you guys seen MNT?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, we spoke about it on stream yesterday.
This is, I mean, dude, if we can clear 145 on MNT, this is gonna fucking rip.
Yeah.
I like 123 or 112.
On MNT 123, you said?
123 or 112.
23 is my lucky number. That's got to be a good bid.
Which one?
123.
120.
Are you just bidding the man or POC?
I'll send my chart.
Yep. Personally, I don't have. I have a little bit higher than that. No, I don't actually. I don't have anything at 123.
I was thinking of 150.
But yeah, I do. Hourly imbalance. You get 123.5 to 122.50 with your stops below that wick.
I'll send both my areas of interest.
That's so tight.
High impulse.
Impulse up in here too. Stack lineup. Yeah. What a little impromptu group, bro. It's fucking banger. Somebody said check KTA. Anybody is Guru still holding his Kita?
Bro,
Yeah,
Kita is
probably,
Guru's
yeah.
baby. That dude's gonna retire off Kita.
I mean, honestly, really all I have on it is just full blown vertical accumulation. Like
I need fucking Talos to pump.
Yo, it's up 40% today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait,
I was
what?
debating on buying it, but I'm like, nah, honestly, if the market's gonna do a little bit bad, like
It's 40%, but now I'm back to break even because I got in late.
yeah, dude, I faded it because of the tax on it. At the beginning, I fell asleep
Same
and
thing.
I fucked that up. I would have printed heavy because I was ready to ape like a lot.
I got in late and still did pretty well. I got in at I think it was like 6.5 post tax. But when they reset the tax, dude, it went down to 1 mil. So I mean, you throw in 10K at 1 mil.
Nah, it didn't go to 1 mil. It went to like 3. I think it went to like 3.
Dude,
or
I think it
4.
went to 1 mil.
Nah.
It didn't? Sorry about that. I was lying.
Oh wait,
Nah,
it did 1.12.
All right, I wasn't lying. Oh my god, that would have been such a good entry. Right, that's a 40 million.
KTA hurts though. Like, oh my god.
You probably knew about it a long time ago, I would assume.
I knew about it around like 20-30 mil.
My God.
I knew about Block when it was like 4 mil.
Yeah, I knew about Block pretty early as well, and I still faded.
Oh yeah,
it.
that's right. We're in that chat. Yeah, because Block was actually mixy, and I'm like, I'm not buying a fucking meme. I don't give a fuck about a meme. And then they fucking transitioned to an actual project. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It was Mixi?
Yeah, it was mixy.
Fucking hell, I sold that shit at loss.
Yeah, Mouse and Keto were struggling to get the tokens, migrating the tokens. They didn't have
Yeah.
the tokens for a while.
Yeah, Ventura, tell me how Mixie, a meme, turns into a whole fucking launch pad for World Liberty Finance. Like, what?
Yeah, that was completely unexpected. I mean, it was technically like AI agent LARP, something like that. I mean, that was the idea that I had when I bought Mixie. And I said, okay, it's going to be relatively better play to AI and whatnot. And Guru was shilling it and say, okay, I fuck it. Then one day I woke up and it was almost at zero, and you have to do because they migrated to another coin and whatnot. And then now it's the future of finance. So, well, that's an
Tariq,
interesting.
I saw your Instagram post about ban. Playing this reclaim would have been really nice on ban.
Yeah, I'm in it.
You are? Is it up 10% for you?
Wait, 10%? No, it's up like 4%.
Oh, what? I'm missing the reclaim that you played then.
8125.
8125. Oh, so you were playing like a 5 minute from fucking 17 years ago?
2 minute from 14th December 2024.
You're a fucking psychopath.
Yo, what's y'all's reclaim level for Bitcoin for it to be bullish, like go heavy? Like, I'm looking at 115, like the monthly open, honestly. 115.7. You said 115.900?
114,900.
114.900.
But the thing is, I don't think we're gonna clear up new all-time highs soon. To me, Bitcoin is already.
Yeah,
It's not that
Ventura,
it's
I
done
agree
or
with you.
something like that, but it's not. It's not the place to be. Like there's
No.
money floating
I
around
fully
other
agree with you.
places. So
I think personally, Bitcoin's gonna chop around like maybe like just like here where we're at right now, like maybe like 113 to like 120, like just in the fucking huge ass range, and alts are just gonna take off.
that would be amazing.
That's what I was about to say. That I would love that. I would love that. Zach, honestly, I'm a little bit higher. For me, I want to see 115.5 reclaimed, 118.2 reclaimed, and then finally like start trading above 119 again. Then we could talk about a new all-time high.
No, I fully agree with you. I just meant like where would you enter at for like a scalp of like a 3K move? And I'm looking at 115.7.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I thought you said 114.5. Yeah. I have a little bit lower, like 115.5. If we start closing above there, that's gonna be really nice. I do wish this recovery was a little bit more V-shaped though, right? Like this is kind of just like a slow grind up rather than
but
like
it's kinda
late 2023.
I mean, it's kind of hard to fucking do when you got such an important thing Friday.
Jackson's
And-
hole.
Yeah, Jackson's Hole. We all got to look at it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to V reverse like that because you need a shit ton of liquidity and you also need people like actually like bullish sentiment. And right now, there's none.
He said we all gotta look at it. I don't know if you guys have actually ever been to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It's the most gorgeous place on the planet, dude. It is unbelievable.
Isn't that where Thingy was filmed? Yellowstone.
What?
Wasn't that where Yellowstone?
Yeah. Yellowstone's there, and then like Kanye, his album Ghost Town, like that's where those pictures are from. I drove out there because Kanye released that album, and it was out of all the places that I've been, it's the most expensive place I've been to. Like I was only like 18 at the time, and a Motel 6 was fucking $600 a night for a Motel 6, which is shit.
Sorry. Rewind.
Yeah.
You drove to Wyoming.
I drove from Ohio to fucking Arizona in a goddamn Jeep from Ohio to Arizona without a driver's license.
Album was there or something.
Well, I mean, yeah, and COVID was going on, and I was like, the girl I was dating at the time, I tried to save our relationship by doing a long road trip, and it just completely ended it.
What a shock.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I'm going to let you know I don't think this is going to work.
A long road trip.
Yeah. I didn't have a fucking driver's license either. And like I was out in Wyoming, I hit my buddy up in Colorado. He's like, yeah, come down, drove to Colorado. Then my other friend said he was going to Vegas, so I drove out to Vegas, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm already in Vegas. Let's drive to Arizona. And then I did 23 hours back from Colorado on the way back because I was so upset with my ex.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was bad.
I'm going to hop off, boys. I got to pick up the missus.
That's good. Have a good day.
Don't go on a road trip with her.
I won't. See you later, everyone.
See you, brother.
See you later,
Thanks for
Tariq.
popping on, Tariq.
No worries. Bye.
Yeah, how about Link too, man? Link is like,
Bro, I'm so dumb. Like I had a massive position in Link, and I was just, I don't know, yesterday got to me and I was like, damn, like we really might like the ETH long I took, I was praying. I was like, yo, hopefully we don't break through. But I was in a fucking Link long from like 25.50 and I closed out at the literal bottom right before it bounced. I closed out at like 23.60.
do you see where we bounced off of this morning? Fucking 0.75, man. 0.75 just would have been Pico entry, man.
I did my fibs level a little bit too late. I would have held, but fuck.
Wait, where'd you long at yesterday?
I was long like 25.50 and I was gonna hold through the long because I was like, fuck it, like I can hold through this. Cause like I'm used to swing trading, like and having like fucking 60% drawdowns on my account and it like and just fucking bouncing.
That
Like,
is just simply absurd what I just heard. A 60% drawdown and
I trade like crazy. Like the trades that I give out on WG are much different than my own trades that I personally take. Like I'm a fucking DJ when it comes to certain things.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, I get it. I do.
Like the
I
trades
do.
I give out on WG are actually like calculated. I'm like, all right, this will be good. But like on my own time, I'll take like crazy trades.
Yeah, I'm all scalping on my own time. And then virtual, guys, I want to get some exposure on virtual. If there's anything that you guys want me to look at in the meantime, too, by the way, okay, what do we got? SPX, I got you on SPX. Is EdgeX cross only? I'm not sure. And I'd be nope. Maybe pulled from these lows. We bounced off the 0.75 so far, but this, I mean, SPX doesn't look fantastic to me if I'm being completely honest. We did have a top close, which was great. Like I should have shorted the close on my SPX position, but whatever.
It's not a horrific to buy here, but the thing is, the daily RSI to me still has room to keep falling. That said, if you really, really want in, because this is a volatile coin and you're betting on something that I noticed with these coins, they actually follows the proper SPX, like the index. That's kind of crazy.
It does.
It does, yeah. I mean, it's not exactly the same, of course, because it's a shitcoin, but it kind of does the same. So you could probably try something like this. This is a 10% stop. You can use half of that if you really want a scalp, but it has a decent chance, in my opinion, to bounce tonight.
The super trend should be changing here soon, right? If we keep bouncing.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with this, the trend on a coin that is so volatile like this is that any moving average is going to give you a lot of noise.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I do believe this area of interest is stacked with volume. We have a Q1 and Q2 value area high, which is essentially the listings high. So this is the topmost standard deviation ever since this coin was listed. That to me is enough of a decent context. Sorry, for a bounce. But yeah, I mean, you can't really ask too much of a coin which is essentially a meme coin. So I would take it. I will use maybe not this stop, but I will use 5% stop with an entry here, and I will take this trade if you really want in. Below that, I think it's gonna start liquidating some people below like 120. I wouldn't really buy this below 120. I think it goes significantly lower if we happen to lose that level.
I feel like the entry that I would have taken on it, I missed, right? Like the 0.75 retest gave a really nice bounce. Granted, your stops would have been how would I have played this off the 0.75 retest? Probably would have played it stops below these lows. Yeah, I'd be stops break even at this point. Fuck. That'd have been a really nice entry. Nice reset on a lot of alts to just kind of clear all these inefficient moves that we've got. The only thing is ETH hasn't fully cleared, the massively inefficient move that it's had over the past, however many. I don't know if it's months or weeks. I really with ETH starting to move, my sense of time has just completely fucking disintegrated. I have no idea how long it's been since ETH really started pumping. Feels like it's only been a few days, man. What was that? Fuck, it's only been a month.
From when?
A month from the, call it the, for me it was always the 2600 breakout, right? But granted, I did not think that post 2600 breakout we were going to get this violent of a move, right? Like maybe range a little bit more. Like I thought maybe go and tap like fucking 2800, 2900 and then start to range more, but no, we just said fuck you. You said you started to build a short on ETH?
Well, actually entered 2 days ago, I think. I shared my entry a little bit higher. I took one profit yesterday on the drop that we had. I actually was playing this with puts. I bought puts 29 August expiration at 3800 strike, and they hit the TP last night.
Love that.
I think that was the move, to be honest. It's difficult to fight all these people with and their massive bids. Shorting ETH is going to probably work at some point, but it's also like stepping in front of a train. You can dodge the train if you are careful enough, which is fine. But yeah, it's gonna be a hassle, to be honest. I'm also inclined to short other coins, but I can't say no to a proper short on ETH, to be honest, because
I'm inclined to short. If I was going to be shorting anything, I'd be shorting Sui.
Sui, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be shorting Sui.
Or that coin either. I think we discussed this often as well.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't understand where the market cap on Sui is coming from. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm out of the loop. But I would if I was shorting anything, I'd be shorting Sui right here. I do think Sui though, if we start to reclaim 4.25, that's just such an easy bid. If we start to reclaim 4.25, if you see like we've rejected from that area 7 times now. Any expectations for Friday? No, we're just gonna stare at Jackson's hole. No, I say that jokingly, but like when it comes to news events like that, I try to not have expectations going into it and really just have triggers mapped out. I've been saying that a lot on stream lately. I'm not a predictive trader by any means. I'm a reactive trader. So for me, it's always been right. If you want the highest confluence setup, right? If you want the highest confluence setup, then have your triggers predefined beforehand rather than trying to predict where price is going to go. Right? If I see a level that price is rejected off of 5-6 times in a row, and we finally start to get acceptance above that, that's a lot better of a trigger than trying to anticipate that breakout for me.
You're gonna save a lot of time doing that as well.
Yep.
You don't have to be checking the chart every single.
No, exactly. You have your levels mapped out, predefined prior, and then you have your alerts for breakout longs, and you have your limits for long retests. And you can use shorts the same way. What I will say is if we get to a level where alts are sending and funding gets really ridiculous, you can do the same thing where there's a level that we've bounced off of on alts and we're kind of hanging on by a thread for however long. Once you start to get acceptance below, you can look to take a short. So what I do is really just it's support and resistance, but rather than just having like lines, horizontal lines demarking support and resistance, I just use levels, and it's a lot easier for me to define levels if I'm looking at an area rather than a specific point.
How do you define a high time frame level? That was actually one of the points that I wanted to discuss. I made a little list.
An area where price reacts from the majority of time. right? Like so on Doge, right? Like this is 12-hour. You can see this is where we initially broke down from. Once we got acceptance above, massive move. When we first retested, nice V-shaped recovery before. You can see after we dumped, we retested this level as well. Once again, once we got acceptance above that level, decent move. Once again, when we retested that level, dump. Once again, like this is you couldn't have asked the question at a better time because you can see all the reactions that we've gotten off of this level on Doge. Like I said one more time, once we got acceptance above, ripped, retest. That's probably what a 50-60% move if I'm not mistaken. No, 40% move. Once we lost that level, if you were looking to play a retest, you could have gotten a nice short. Once we got acceptance above, nice long. Once we got a retest after losing it, same thing. And then once we got acceptance above, another nice move. So for me, it's like you can see that when price reaches X level, we can expect Y to happen, right? Like that's just really how I look at it, and that makes your trading a whole lot easier, right? Once again, you're not being predictive, you're being reactive. Where okay, if price starts coming to this level, then I can take a position rather than saying, okay, let's long in anticipation of that level, thinking, okay, now is going to be the time that we break out. And sure, there's going to be times where you miss trades because of that. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, I'm fine with missing trades and protecting my capital on a larger scale rather than taking degenerate trades and trying to be predictive, right? That's what really changed my trading. Like when pre-Utopia, when Tex used to talk about, knowing when to be risk on and risk off, that was like, I took that so to heart, and just being able to realize that I don't always have to be in a position. I think that's the biggest mistake that amateurs make, is thinking they always have to be in a position, because A, they think they're going to miss a move, and B, they're dopamine addicted, right? They're addicted to the dopamine of numbers going up or numbers going down. And some people think they're only, addicted to those numbers going up, but it's actually the opposite. They're addicted to the losses, and they're addicted to clawing back, just like a gambling addict would be.
Exactly the same.
Yep. I mean, dude, trust me. I work with a competition psychologist and talk about trading with them. To kind of reiterate my I don't want to say newfound beliefs, but my beliefs and approaches to trading.
That's amazing, honestly. Yeah, well, thank you for the answer, because it was something that I was partly expecting from you, because I pretty much know a bit how you trade, but there's something important in all that, which is you already know how to react because you made a preparation for that. Like,
Yep.
You don't come up with the level of interest once you see froth on the timeline when you just woke up one day with more energy than usual and just start looking for a trade, because that's when you fuck up.
Yep, exactly.
The level is
exactly.
already on the chart. Like half of the, maybe not half, but a big portion of the trade setup is already helping you, because you are avoiding trades when you are not close to the level, and you're actually well prepared for when the level hits.
Exactly that. Exactly
that's
that. See,
that's what I call the context.
the
Which I think
times.
we discussed.
Yep. The times that I lose money is when I do dumb shit and I don't follow my rules. Exactly like you said. When you wake up in the morning and you're feeling good and you're feeling like you're on top of the world, and that the rules don't apply to you, that you can just go on there and by nut feeling and gut feeling, you can outtrade somebody that is fucking completely locked in with a predetermined set of biases and a predetermined context for entering a trade. That's just not going to happen. And if it does, it'll happen for a period of time. But doing that for an extended period of time is so unbelievably difficult, it's not even funny. So some point down the line, you'll have winning stretches at the casino, right? You'll have winning stretches at the casino, but amortize that over a large period of time. It's damn near impossible. Unless, you're me on Roulette. Unless you're me on
Yeah,
Roulette.
Unless
sometimes
you're
you
me
will
and
win.
Bryce.
Dude. Zach and I turned $300 into 6K in like 15 minutes. And then lost a good bit of that.
Yeah, because of Tariq and Arthur.
They won't admit that it's their fault. Oh, no, you shouldn't have done that one, mate. I got my stats back from Roulette, Zach. I have actually I've rinsed them, which is crazy because I've been on their site for a pretty fucking long time. But now the struggle is
Why are you
staying
gonna
away.
fucking deal with them? You play them so much.
No. I have a deal with them.
Okay.
That gambler guy that I was telling you about, he's the highest tier on their platform, which is like near impossible to get to. And the volume that he pushes from a gambling standpoint is simply insane. And yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
My boy just got to deal with a rain bet.
Anthony,
Yeah.
that's so weird. I was literally I was while I was in my Uber, I was scrolling through Reels and I saw one of his rain bet ads. It's funny. So like Vent, once again, when it comes to levels, right? Like you can I mean it's just very, very easy to see here on ETH the context of this level. Once this level was lost, we dumped. When we retested that level, we dumped. Now once we're coming to that level again, rather than trying to anticipate a breakout, I'm watching for reaction. Get acceptance above that level, then okay, we can start to pile into some more alt longs. But for now, it's like, okay, I would be expecting us to reject off this level. Do you always look for these levels manually? Yes, but if you don't want to, right? Something you can do is add this indicator, smart money concepts. So like for example, I'm looking. This is just a little bit tighter of a level, but more or less the same. So if you pulled, and I just like you can pull it back to see how that level historically we've reacted off of, right? So like let's say you have your I need a better chart for that. Let's do like a random pair. Let's do like a popcat or something. Maybe a higher time frame.
Per hour.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the best possible example. Yeah. So figure this level on popcat, right? Like this 4-hour OB. If you pull it back and drop it down just a little bit more, and even pull it back further, you can see, above this level, you can expect a more of a bullish bias, right? Once this level was lost and retested, we dumped. Once we got above this level, we started to pump, never lost it. Once the level was lost, retested that level again. So if you need an indicator to help you with that, I fully vouch for this. When I first started learning, I had this indicator on at all times. I had smart money concepts on at all time, and I had auto trend line by Doji emoji on at all times. Literally at all times, these were on my charts.
To answer you, Salman, I think the method we already use, which is, but for example, Bryce gave you his answer based on his tools. The one we use is based on volume, which is we use the quarterly and yearly values as well as the VWAP. That's gonna be your level of interest. Then you mark them, which is something that you already do, and you're already prepared for when the price visits those areas. So as long as you already have that on your chart, I don't know, you probably have seen my charts a lot. When somebody asks, you already have that. It's a lot easier to answer when you made that conscious effort in advance, which is going to take time, of course.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
Absolutely. 100%. That's the big thing. That should be, all TA aside, all the the things that we've talked about aside. One of the biggest things that you should take away from this stream is, wow, imagine I held this render short. Fucking hell.
Next one.
Next one. No, the biggest takeaway should just be have your levels predefined before entering a trade. You have to have context on a trade or you are going to get rinsed. You have to have context. There has to be a reason other than, okay, market going down, I should long. Granted, that can look a few different ways. There are times where, let's say you're getting a lickwick or there's an overreaction to news in your mind where it may not align with your technical analysis, but you feel as if something is being, something is being overblown, right? Like a war news, for example. That's a context that's not technical analysis related. But if you can combine both of those things, if you can combine macro events with technical analysis, that's going to be maximum tier confluence. Maximum tier confluence where you're getting some news event that sells you off so hard into your levels that it's like, okay, everybody else is getting licked right now. They're getting wrecked. We're finally coming to these predefined levels that I have. And I think it's an overreaction to the news. Those are going to be the times where you're going to fucking print on trades. Those are going to be your most profitable trades. When you have a higher time frame level, predefined, overreaction to news, it's just those are the money trades. Those are the money trades. You can always look at like Tariq's spot bids. He's a lower time frame scalper. His spot bids are fucking phenomenal. And every time he sets them, people are thinking, okay, there's no way that we're going to get to those levels. Next thing you know, Trump comes out and says he's banging Kim Jong-un's wife, and we end up at those levels, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't like he was working for the CIA and that. Like, he was just prepared for trading at a particular level, and then conditions that don't depend on him actually helped his trade setup, and then he made money. Like it's that easy. Like I mean, it is an oversimplification, right? But anyone can do that. Like you don't have to predict the news. You don't have to pay for a $200 a month for a news feed service and all that bullshit. Like you don't really have to do that. All you have to do is like mark your levels and be prepared. And then news are going to come and of course help, but that doesn't depend on you entirely.
Yeah, you don't gotta pay for a freaking. I said Bloomsburg. Bloomberg. Yeah. Bloomsburg's a college. You want to know a crazy stat? The highest concentration of Bloomberg terminals is in Vatican City. Isn't that a weird stat?
Like gold traders or something?
Vatican City. Oh, I didn't even think about that because the Vatican holds so much gold.
Yeah, it's like a mini Switzerland.
The Vatican has 17 Bloomberg terminals for 882 residents, which translates to 0.09 per capita, more than 4 times that of Luxembourg, which is the second highest.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. That's just
yeah. But it's
you
per
know
capita.
what I mean.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
100%.
the Vatican City population is like what 100,000 people. Like that.
Yeah. Have you been to the Vatican? Have you been to the Vatican, by the way? Shit's crazy.
No, I have been to southern Italy only.
Vatican is absolutely crazy. It's just a marvel of engineering. Once again, like good example, just a key level on LDO where we initially broke down from. As you can see, once that level was broke through, it's held the retest. So yeah, it's just looking for levels where price has reaction from, and then being able to execute off of that reaction.
Yeah, I had one more question before we end the stream, which is it is not.
Holy shit! It's 5 o'clock. I gotta get to the airport. Holy shit!
Like right now?
Dude, my flight is actually like considerably soon. But what do you got for me?
Okay. No, it was not related to trading. So maybe we can do it at another time. Like, how do you consider depth when it comes to building a business?
How do I consider depth?
Like what? No, depth. Like
debt.
Yeah, because it's similar to what we do when we trade leverage, but not so much. But in essence, it's the same.
Okay, I love the question. I love the question. Me personally, so at this moment, you know, I don't want to sound like a fucking like a silver spoon or like a nepo baby, but at this moment, because I've made the right decisions, I haven't had to take out any loans for our houses. So we're on a 0 debt service ratio right now, right? We're just buying in cash, and that allows me to get a lot better deals because I'll be going to sellers and saying, hey, this is going to be a cash deal. The buyer, I don't need to get approved, right? The bank doesn't need to approve me. I'm just going to give you cash and it's going to be a quick close. So, you know, you go to sellers with that information and they fucking light up like a Christmas tree, especially in 2021, 2022, when everybody thought that a housing market crash was coming. But in the context of business, debt needs to be utilized. Rarely are you going to see somebody buying a company in cash. It's all about cash flow related to that debt, right? So if your cash flow is covering the debt service comfortably, then it's great. But if you're towing the line for your cash flow not covering that debt service, then that's where trouble comes in, right? That's what happened to everybody in 08, right? Like variable rates let's say your housing payment was $1,000 when you were at 5%. You're like, oh my god, the housing payment's only 5,000 or $1,000. I can go buy 5 houses. Next thing you know, rate goes to 6%. You're paying $1,250 a month. So with those 5 houses, you're already that's an extra $1,250 a month. And then, you know, as it builds up, your cash flow, what you're bringing in weekly, monthly, yearly, not being able to cover that debt service, that's when you get into trouble. But for the most part, that's great. That's fantastic. The tax benefits of debt. So if I needed cash, right, if I was pressed for cash, and this is not financial advice, by the way, guys, because I'm not a CFA yet. I'm getting my not CFA, CFP. I'm getting my CFP license shortly. But with debt, it's tax free. So if I needed to take out cash, right, if I had a house that I'm only $600K in on, and it's renting for, I don't fucking know, however much it's renting for. Let's say it's renting for $7,000, and I wanted to take a loan out on it, and the mortgage on it was only $6,000. I'd still be cash flowing positively, but all the money that I would take out of the house would be tax free. So being able to utilize debt from a tax standpoint is huge. It's massive. And you know, there are a lot of times where you're going to have to borrow money. If you want to scale your business, you're going to have to borrow money in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes that can be a bank, sometimes that can be family members. But if Dave Ramsey talks about it, I don't know if you know Dave Ramsey, he avoids debt. He says that he actually said that if somebody was to give him $1 billion at a 0% interest rate, he wouldn't take it, which I think is the dumbest fucking thing that a person could say. I get it, those are his morals, those are his beliefs. But if somebody is offering you cash interest free, and it's not a fucking mobster who just says, hey, hold on to this for me, Tony. You know, you take that. You fucking take that. 100% you take that. Currently paying 10% on a housing loan. Literally, 10% is, I mean, hopefully you're not in America, because if you're paying 10% on a housing loan in America, that's crazy. But with that, right, with paying cash and having all those tax deductions, I'll say outright, when I went to buy my Porsche, I was like, fuck it, let's just see what the financing would look like. My finance rate on my Porsche, they wanted to get me at 27% loan. I'm like, you're gonna give a fucking 21-year-old a 27% loan? Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, that's devilish, brother. You deserve jail.
I mean, they're probably already asking about the repositions on the.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's
their business too. Like.
Right, exactly. That's why you'll see people that they're like, hey, no matter what happens, we'll get you approved. Like a lot of car dealership talks about. No, I was 21 when I bought it, but a lot of car dealerships will talk about that. Like, hey, no matter what, we'll find a way to get you approved, because they're fine with taking on that risk, knowing they can just repo the car. So let's say they farm, you know, maybe 10K in monthly payments from you. And then they can repo the car. The 9 times out of 10, the depreciation on the car, you know, will not outweigh that unless it's a brand new car. But yeah.
Well, that was fantastic, honestly.
Thank you, sir. Also, one question: How do you start with 1K and grow to 100 to 200K? Very slowly. You're not going to degen your way to $100,000. You're not going to degen your way to 100x. The odds of that happening on perps are near zero, right? They're non-zero, but they're near zero. Rarely are you going to see an individual that does that starting from such a low capital point, right? Because let's say you grow your portfolio from 1K to 10K. Once you start taking, you know, a 1K loss, the 1K that you started with, you're going to be in your head. The chance of you actually scaling that is going to be difficult. So what I would say is look for other opportunities in the form of things like airdrops. Look for other opportunities. 1K to 100K, Aztecs has done about 5 times, I believe, in 21. But also remember too, though, Zach, Tex, and I'm not speaking for him, Tex is able to manage, you know, a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 account. Somebody who just has $1,000 to trade with and doesn't want to lose more than $1,000, once they start reaching those levels, it's going to be difficult for them to manage that amount of money.
Mentally.
What a fucking good stream, Ventura. And Zach, what a fucking great stream.
That was actually fantastic.
Let's call it there. But hey, thank you guys. Zach, I get
Dude,
where you're
it's
coming
true
from,
though.
but
Like at the same time, like if you really want to turn like 1K into 100K, like the reason why Aztecs could do it is because he's had so much money like sitting elsewhere that he's just like you have to full port it each time to
right,
get to
right.
that.
Yes, 100%. But what I'm saying is if you're only starting with $1,000, and if losing $1,000 is going to cause problems in your day-to-day life, or it's going to upset you, or change really
Exactly.
anything about your day-to-day, the chances of you doing that are so fucking incredibly slim. It's not even funny.
No, exactly. If you really like, if the $1,000 means a lot to you, it's not going to happen. Like it has to be nothing. It has to be play money.
Yep. That's why I think a lot of times you'll see younger people do that at times because they don't have any risk, right? They don't have to put food on their family's tables. They don't have a car payment, a mortgage payment, those type of things to pay for. That's kind of the situation that I was in, right? Starting so young and being in a okay position financially, my risk appetite was high because I knew at the end of the day, like my day-to-day living was taken care of. That wasn't something that I had to worry about. I'm very upfront and honest about that. I was in an advantageous position in that sense. But if you're somebody who, like Zach said, that $1,000 means something to him, doing it is going to be very difficult. You're gonna have to find alternative fucking what's the word I'm looking for here? Alternative routes to help grow that $1,000 in the form of airdrops, like Impulse is saying, in the form of farming, something like EdgeX, for example, or like Hype. If you had $1,000 and you were trading on Hype and you did, $1 million in volume, then there's your 100K right there, right? Zach, how much volume did you say you did on Hype?
A Hype, I did like $7,000 in volume, which is nothing.
That is fucking insane to me. So you took one trade.
I had like 95 or like 195 points, which would have been like a little, I think I want to say like around 1,000 tokens. And at the bottom, that was like only like what, 3-4K like worth. But then like the Hype's tokenomics, which is insane. Like it's just
buyback. It's a full Ponzi. Yeah, full
exactly.
Ponzi.
But it's a genius Ponzi because everyone loves it. It can handle like insane volume, which was what was the point. Like in the beginning, not many people noticed, but the reason why you had like these fucking $230 million whales like lose their money was to show that Hype could actually handle it. So other whales would trade on it, cause insane amount of fees, and then use all the fees for the buybacks and pump the coin.
That's exactly where my head went with the whole James Wynn situation. There's a chance James Wynn was just actually a degenerate, but I think that a lot. Like I think that it would make sense for him to be showcasing the amount of size that you could throw on Hyperliquid, generate a lot of hype around Hype. Pun there. Generate a lot of hype around Hype, and then on what does that do? More users trading on Hype, more fees generated, more money for Hype to buy back the token. Ipso facto, fucking Hype skyrockets in price, and somebody like James Wynn, who probably has just a fucking unbelievable amount of money stored in Hype, gets it back. I saw James earned it from Hype referral. He didn't earn that much. He didn't earn fucking 100 million from Hype referrals.
No, he earned all his money off of Pepe. He made like 8 figs off of Pepe.
In order to make 100 million off of referrals, you would have to do $400 billion in trading volume. Like 90% sure that's the number. You'd have to do 400 billion in trading volume. Yeah, Chad. Sorry, these are very nuanced. These is where like it gets into the nuanced topics where, there's only a select subset of people that understand that vernacular in crypto. Damn, I'm flowing right now, baby. I'm fucking flowing. Zach, if you don't come see me, I swear to God, I'm driving out to you.
Yo, are you gonna be in the city?
Yeah, I'll be in the city tomorrow night.
All right, I'll probably come out there probably like this. I'll probably come out there this weekend. Yeah.
All right, let's hit up Chrome Hearts.
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
Yo. You know what though? I'm not gonna say this to the person that But dude, there was a fucking varsity jacket in Chrome Hearts that they had listed for $10K. And my buddy owns a resale store, and he posts a video, and he's selling the jacket for $30K. So I'm like, yo, like, why the fuck do I not just go buy the jacket for $10K and then give it to my buddy for fucking 20? Quick maths right there, and then lose it all on fucking soul shitters. I'll be fine.
I mean, did you do that?
No, but that's where my head's at now.
Yo, go to your fucking flight.
I don't want to. But dude, my airport's small enough where I can get through security in 5 minutes.
Let's go, boys. He's justifying now to stay on the stream.
Yeah. Who would have fucking thought? But no, all right. Zach, thank you so much for joining. Ventura, thank you so much for joining. I know I was late. A busy day for me. Thank you guys all for joining so much and listening to us yap. If there's any questions you have for me, Zach, or Ventura, in the coming hours, feel free to talk about white pants. Yeah. If girls get makeup on your white clothing, it is nearly impossible to get it out. So just make sure you know that prior.
All right, that was amazing. Thank you for calling.
Yes, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace out, guys. Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.